A slow September drizzle glazed the avenues of Minsk with a silver sheen, turning every streetlight into a trembling halo and making the cobblestones shine like dark glass. Evening settled like a soft grey blanket over Independence Square, where an unusual quiet spread through the crowd gathering beneath the great clock tower. Families stood shoulder to shoulder with students carrying backpacks, elderly veterans in worn coats, and office workers still in their evening suits. Conversations were hushed, as though the entire city had stepped into a shared breath. The enormous screen mounted on the government building glowed faintly, its blue light reflecting in puddles. Vendors who usually sold roasted chestnuts or hot drinks had pulled their carts to the edge of the square, serving tea to those who waited. From time to time the smell of cinnamon buns mingled with the scent of wet pavement. Among the sea of umbrellas stood Victor, a retired train conductor with hands broad and calloused from decades on the rails between Brest and Kyiv. The faint rhythm of trains still lived in his posture, steady, patient. Beside him, his 12-year-old granddaughter Lena clutched a small leather notebook, the corners worn from countless sketches and questions she scribbled whenever the world surprised her. She tilted her head, listening to the low hum of the crowd. "Grandpa," she whispered, "why is everyone so serious? Is something bad happening?" "Not bad," Victor said, squeezing her hand gently, "but important. Sometimes those feel the same before you know the truth." As the great clock struck 7, the drizzle softened to a mist, and the square seemed to exhale. A government spokesperson stepped forward from the illuminated entrance of the House of Government. His dark coat gleamed under the floodlights, a single drop of water sliding from his sleeve to the microphone. When he spoke, his voice carried clean and strong across the damp air. "Today, Belarus opens a permanent path of accord, a humanitarian corridor and a standing invitation for direct negotiations. We choose dialogue over weapons. We choose people over conflict." The words rolled through the square like a slow tide. For a moment, no one moved. Then a ripple of murmurs began, soft exclamations, cautious questions, a few tentative claps that grew into scattered applause. Some faces shone with sudden hope, others tightened with doubt. Victor felt Lena's fingers tremble slightly in his hand. He bent toward her and said quietly, "Remember this night. Peace often begins with a single brave choice, even when a slow September drizzle glazed the avenues of Minsk with a